Recording in progress.
Hi everyone, Coach Christina here from Balanced and Blessed, here for another weekly live in my kitchen. Today I am planning on prepping the Chipotle lime roasted sweet potato salad, the White Paramount barbecue sauce that goes over the chicken. That will be one of the meals this week. Also cabin sauce and also some chocolate covered strawberry protein blizzy because it was one of my favorite recipes. And I think I have enough strawberries to do it with. So super excited about that. And I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and start with cabin sauce because that I think is the most well, not complicated, but the most time consuming one, I think personally. So I'm going to go ahead and start by cutting up my cabbage. I just cut it up. I don't worry about how I cut it up. And um, pull out this strainer so it's easier for me with that cabbage. So it has somewhere to sit while I'm cutting up portions of it. My kids love cabin sauce, and since it is a solemnity, at the Nativity of St. John the Baptist, I'm going to go ahead and move around some of my meals, and we're going to have cabin sauce tonight since it is a favorite and it is a solemnity. So I'm going to have my eat earlier in the day instead and switch some things around. But it'll make it super easy when it's time for dinner. I've got to put down my slow fajitas, which I prepped last week, out of the freezer and into the fridge. Going to make my life easier too. This week is a lot calmer for me. I'm not having to worry about my daughter's medication. So I apologize for last week that it was just kind of sporadic. So much better start this week. Okay. Hope your Monday is starting off well in your week whenever you watch this. That you're having a great day and a great week. It's definitely different for me. Prepping on Mondays. I used to prep on Saturdays, actually. That was my favorite day to prep. But with my family home and stuff, I don't want to go live, do lives in the kitchen when, we're trying to do family stuff on the weekends. So it just works out better if I put it on Monday during summer and go from there. I know that doesn't fit into everybody's schedule, and so I hope that these replays are helpful to you and always speed them up if you need to. I'm going to go ahead and clear my cutting board and wash it off. My knife. As you know, cabbage can get quite messy. So when you're cutting it up, just in case mine does not fit into the other one, I'm writing another bag. So I always put the name of the recipe on there. So like I wrote Cabin Sauce, back 2 of 2, 6/24/24. It's today, June 24th. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut up sausage. So normally it calls for like one of these, but what my family has found is it's just not enough for my family. So I cut up two. And put them in a separate baggie. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. It's like I'm not too worried about the fat because it's an S. So it's not like an E where I have to really worry about it. You can always cut them smaller for them to spread out as more, probably too. We like these half pieces usually. Another way I like to do prep is to turn on like an audiobook if I'm not doing prep live in my kitchen. Because then I can still fit in reading with just like an easy book to follow or listen to. I'm always trying to fit in reading into my daily schedule, which isn't always easy to do, but totally worth it. Okay, one sausage. Okay, almost there. Okay, that is done. So let's see if it's, oh, oops, hold on. We're about to tighten that. Okay, so sausage, I'm going to see if it fits in this other bag. It might, and it may not. We'll see. I think it might. So the only thing I didn't prep was my seasonings because those are super easy that I can do tonight. But my cabbage and my sausage are all prepped and ready to go. So now I'm going to work on the barbecue sauce. It's a really easy barbecue sauce because the only reason why I'm not soaking mine in it or marinating it, I usually do if I used fresh chicken, but all my chicken is in the freezer in packets. So I am going to make the barbecue sauce and then just put it in a jar and in the fridge for it. And you can use this barbecue sauce for pretty much anything, especially if you take out the pineapple out of it. You could use this barbecue sauce wherever you want to have barbecue sauce that's on plan. So I am not putting in pineapple this time because part of my most of my so the wipe your mouth barbecue for me is going to be a fuel pool, but my is going to come from my potato salad. So, because my body doesn't need a ton of carbs, but it needs good, gentle carbs. So, it says to add all the other ingredients besides your chicken into the blender. So that's what I'm going to do. It's a whole can of diced tomatoes. Because, yeah, the pineapple makes it where it's an E. So if you took out the pineapple, you can use this barbecue sauce for anything you want. You can make multiples of them and keep them in the fridge. And use it on chicken. You can use it on ribs. You can use it on hamburgers. You can use it steak, whatever it is that you want to use it for. It's a good clean barbecue. I'm dumping in my tomatoes. Just moving things over so then that way I can clean my blender. Oops, fine. Do that. Okay. And then it says 4 teaspoons of onion powder. One, two, three, four. Okay. 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. So all I have is canned tomato paste. So you can put away the rest of that tomato paste to use in the future. Find the right part of the jar that my can opener is going to work with the best. Which ended up being the bottom. So you just take a tablespoon out of the drawer with this one. And I will lock one in. And then it says 3 tablespoons of, actually, I'm looking at the dry ingredients. So I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of paprika first. And then 2, 3. Okay. 3 teaspoons of mineral salt. And then 2, 3. A teaspoon of black pepper. Doing all my dry ingredients first. 4 teaspoons of super sweet. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can always use your conversion chart, by the way, to find the right ones. 2 teaspoons liquid smoke. 1, 2. Okay, 2 teaspoons of blackstrap molasses. Now, the only way I was able to find blackstrap, it took me a really long time in my journey to find it, and I found it on Amazon. So, for those of you wondering where to get it, and this is what it looks like, it's because it has less sugar, so it's more natural. One, two. I'm going to clean out my teaspoon from this blackstrap molasses. I like to clean out my measuring spoons and measuring cups right away. So, because they're on a string, and then that way I don't have to do all of them. Okay, so we need 3 tablespoons of ACV or apple cider vinegar of the mother. So many good health benefits. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then 3 tablespoons of prepared yellow mustard. So for me, it's just regular yellow mustard. One, 2, 3. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and wash out my tablespoon. Okay. And I'm going to put the lid on my blender. One of the best investments I've ever made is buying this at Costco. It is a Vitamix. It can break through anything, and it's amazing. So it's going to get loud for just a minute. Okay, so here is my barbecue sauce. I'm going to pour it into a jar. And then I'm going to clean my blender. So I'm going to be using it again for ice cream here in a few minutes. Let me go grab my spatula. I did not grab it before because it helps get all the sauce out. Okay, this is good. Makes an excellent barbecue sauce. Mm. Grab a lid for this. And then I'm going to label it. So a trick with canning jars, so this fit into quart size jar, is to use dry erase marker. So wipe your mouth barbecue. And this is 6/24/24. So when you clean the lid, it just wipes out, and then you're able to reuse your lid without having to use stickers or any of that. So this is done for my wipe your mouth barbecue. I'm going to take a minute and clean my blender, which is super easy and quick to do. So all I do with Vitamix, which is why I love it, it's a self-cleaning blender. I rinse it out usually, and then I fill up a little bit of water and put a squirt of soap in. I attach my lid, and then I blend it. I start on the smallest, um, like towards the middle, like 3, 4, and I go all the way up to 10. And I do that for about 3, 4 minutes, and then bring it back down slowly. And then I rinse out the jug and the lid to it, and then it's ready to be used again. I mean, it's an amazing technology. So it's gonna be loud for a couple of minutes. So it creates a tornado effect in my blender. Um, and that's why I don't put that much soap in it. It really is a very cool blender. Okay. Then dry it 3 times with a towel, because I'm just that way. My husband does not do that. So we're both just different kind of people, and that's fine. I'm gonna rinse out my lid. Hmm. Okay, now I'm ready to start again. Since I'm using my blender again, I'm going to go ahead and do the next recipe that calls for a blender. and that is some ice cream to work with my Ninja Creamy. So I am going to make chocolate covered strawberry protein blizzard. It's by Coach KJ. I tried it last week. It was my first recipe to try, and it's absolutely delicious. Another thing that I love about it is it has protein added in. So I could have it as breakfast, I could have it as a snack, and it includes my protein because why can't you have ice cream for breakfast, right? Especially during the summer. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. It calls for 1 cup of frozen strawberries, which I think I have enough. We'll see. But oh, yeah, I do. And actually, I'm going to put the rest of them in here. Never hurts to have more strawberry. Okay. I don't have any chocolate whey protein, and I'm not making an order anytime soon. When I do my next order, then I will add it into my order with THM. But since I don't have that, I'm doing a 1/4 cup of vanilla whey protein powder. And because that is one that I do have, and I'm going to sub in 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. So that's how I did it last time, and it worked out great. So I could also use my optimized plant protein. I do have that installed, but I like the vanilla last time. It tasted. Rinse this out real quick. So if you don't have a Ninja Creamy and you have a regular ice cream machine, this could work in there. I have not tried it, but you could. You just follow your manufactured instructions. Um, if you're wondering whether the Ninja Creamy is worth it, it is 100% worth it. I love mine. I used to have the bowl, or I had the bowl, but I'm sending it to a friend um, for my KitchenAid. But the problem was we have a small freezer, and you would have to freeze the bowl before you can make any batch of ice cream. And so, and it just took up so much room in the freezer. And then when the ice cream came out, it was hard. And so I decided to get this creamy this past week, and I'm so glad I did because we had cookies and cream up in the freezer, coffee ice cream, strawberry ice cream, and I was able to. Everybody was able to have ice cream within minutes, even different kinds. Like all I had to do was rinse off my lid and restart, and because it ends up turning it again and re-creamifying it again. And it really does taste like soft serve ice cream, real ice cream. I was amazed yesterday because I had leftover strawberry ice cream while I watched The Chosen. And yeah, it was so, so good. And it tastes just like ice cream and was scooping just like ice cream and stayed that ice cream consistency. And so I just love it. So um, okay, back to the recipe. Sorry, I just had to tell you about my creamy. I'm so excited. Oh, and I did create my first recipe. It's a mango ice cream. So I'll be releasing that here soon, and I'll make sure that I post it here in our group for you to enjoy. So the next thing is 1/2 cup of cottage cheese. rinse out my measuring cup. I might actually take these off the ring. I'll probably keep my spoon ones on the ring. Okay. All right. So now a cup of nut milk, which I use almond milk usually. Okay. 1 cup almond milk. And then 2 pinches salt. 1 tablespoon of super sweet. Half a teaspoon of strawberry or cherry extract. I use strawberry because I still have it in stock. I do have cherry though. And actually, before I do the extract, I'm going to do my glue key because it calls for a half a teaspoon of glue key. So. Now you could use the Axum gum in its place. I have done that many a times when I first started THM, and I would get it at Winco. The reason why I use Lukey is it's better for weight loss than Axum gum, but Axum gum will work. And then half a teaspoon of strawberry extract. Oh, I forgot to add my cocoa powder. Hold on. 2 tablespoons of it. Glad I remembered, or it would have just been a strawberry blizzard and not chocolate covered strawberry. Nice. 2 tablespoons. Then 1 to 2 cups of ice. Last time I put 2 in. So I will probably just put 2 in again. Ew. All right. Peanut my cottage cheese mess that's over here. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna put the lid on my blender. Which I still need to come up with a fancy name for her, but Haven't yet. Haven't named her yet. Okay. It's gonna get loud. Okay. Let's off my spatula. All right. So one of the tricks to the ice cream is making sure you pay attention to where the fill line is for freezing. It's right here. Don't go above it because you'll have problems. So that's one of the very important rules. Like, I don't need more than 2. We'll find out because I don't have a third one yet. Okay. Okay. Well done. So it's delicious. Now I gotta wait 24 hours before I can have it. I also write on this lid and Sharpie marker. That way I know what it is. So chocolate covered strawberry protein blizzy. Beautiful. So to make this an E, I can add banana as a mix-in if I want, or a different flavor that goes with strawberry. I just think of strawberry and banana. Or, you know, you could add strawberries. You could add, to keep it a food pool, it could be just strawberries. You know, it can go with any meal you're having, which I love that. I can make it into any meal type I want. It's got protein, and that to me is important. So that makes 2. And for me, too, so you could eat the whole thing if you wanted to. I usually don't. I have about half of it and then I refreeze it. But that's just me. And what I like to do. So, but it makes 2 packets. So, and trust me, like after you blend it all up, it comes all the way up to the top, believe it or not. So, anyway, these are ready. I am now going to go grab my sweet potatoes because that's the last recipe we're doing. It's the sweet potato salad. Oh, hold on a second because I think I need to switch some things around. There's not much left. And this one. There's not much left to make cauliflower potato salad, and I need to put my fajitas in here so it thaws out properly. Let me grab smaller bowl to put my leftover cauliflower salad in. I had it the last couple of days. They're a little rough, so it can probably go in this smaller one. Hold on. All right. So I'm going to transfer my cauliflower salad over, and then I'm going to wash out this bowl. I have a lot of dishes to do once I get done with you guys. Let's see. Oh, I'm just going to put my leftover cauliflower salad into a smaller bowl, which I will probably have some of this to go with my dinner for Cabb sauce. So I wash out this bowl. I'm going to use it for the sweet potato salad. Sorry about that, y'all. I was just realizing, oh, I've got to switch things around. That's okay. If you haven't tried the G Daddy's cauliflower salad, I suggest you do. It's really, really good, in my opinion. So, all right. In the other area. All right, so I baked and roasted my sweet potatoes. I did 4 on the bake roast setting, 400 degrees for 15 minutes. And they're just kind of diced. I found this really cool thing at Walmart. It sits inside your air fryer and it keeps it clean. So it's a lot better than putting it on the bottom there. So okay, let me get over to my recipe. I don't know if anybody ever, no, it's just me. Okay. So I did that. When I did it, I sprayed it with coconut oil, actually, coconut oil spray, and added 3/4, or I just sprinkled some mineral salt. So it calls for half a red onion, finely diced. I'm gonna cheat because I bought this at Fred Meyer. And I used some of it in the cauliflower salad, and now I'm gonna use the rest in my sweet potato salad. So, and it's just because it's easier and quicker. So I'm just gonna dump that right in. And then let's see. A small bowl. But now in a small bowl, I am going to whisk together my dressing ingredients and add it to the bowl. So that's 2 tablespoons Actually, I'm going to do the dry ingredients first. So I forgot to order fresh parsley and fresh cilantro. So I'm just putting in what's in my spice cabinet, which is totally fine with me. So I'm going to actually do, since it calls for 2 tablespoons of either parsley or cilantro, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon cilantro and 1 tablespoon parsley. All for my, and then spoon. Now I'm going to do 2 tablespoons lime juice or 1 fresh lime. So I like going easy, so I always do the juice instead of getting the fresh stuff. But that's okay. All good. So 2 tablespoons. I used to not like sweet potatoes prior to THM, but my taste buds have changed. So that tells you anything. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse this out. Now I'm gonna do the dry ingredients first for my teaspoons. And I'll start with 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon salt. Calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder. I don't have chili, so I always sub chili powder. It gives it a little bit of kick for me, but it's not too bad. So I am one of those people that doesn't handle spice very well. So I'm gonna rinse out this little teaspoon. Okay. And now I'm just gonna add a little bit of garlic powder. We have fresh powder from the garden, but I haven't like even touched it yet. So I'm just adding a little bit. And then 2 teaspoons of MCT oil, olive oil, balsamic vinegar. So I need a teaspoon of 2 teaspoons of MCT oil. If you're wondering where I get my MCT oil, I get it at Costco because it comes in a huge container and it lasts me a really long time. My last container lasted me probably 6 months, I think. So totally worth it. 1 teaspoon olive oil. And 1 teaspoon balsamic vinegar. Because I use these oils so often, I started getting them at Costco because they last me a whole lot longer. And now I need 1 drink of stevia. And then I'm going to whisk it together. And then I'm going to add it to my bowl and mix it in with my ingredient. This is one of my new favorite salads, especially as an E. I just love it. You'll find me having it for breakfast or snack or whatever. But I always love the leftovers from it. I just don't, if I don't eat it all. So I really enjoy it. So this is what it looks like in the end. Take a taste. So good. You can have it warm or you can have it cold. So very versatile. Okay, that's all I have for you. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you for joining me. I hope this is helpful to you. If you watch it, let me know if it is, or if you want something different, or whatever it is. Let me know in the community, or you can private message me, Marco Polo. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm here to help you. Hope you have a blessed week, and I will talk to you later. Okay, bye.